look around and be like, all the kids that I like are gone now because from like graduation every year, they're all off doing a ton of different cool things, and I'm just gonna work in this building for 30 years and then retire, and that's my life. Like I couldn't. Yeah, like there was no change, especially like I taught the same classes over and over, and so for like 6 years in a row, I taught the same classes. I'm like, so what? I got 25 more of this year just on repeat, and that's my life. Yeah, so that was one of the main reasons.
Did you ever go into like your first year? You probably loved all the kids, right? Like your first year that you taught.
Yeah.
Were you ever like, fuck, this is it? Like I'm never gonna be able to like kids more than this, and then every year you'd be surprised by how much you like the kids again. Is that how it worked?
It would like ebb and flow. There were some years where like kids were super annoying.
Was there ever a year where you were like, dude, this like really like I don't even like this at all. Like these kids suck.
Man. So I always liked individual kids, even when they were annoying as a class. So like there were some classes where it'd be like 10 kids in the class were best friends, so they like would not shut the fuck up. And there were sometimes like for as much as I don't think you ever saw me like really fucking lose it on a class, but there were a couple classes where I was like I was like fucking exploding. Like I would just scream, which is so out of character for me. And like other students, when they hear that, they're like, they can't even picture it. Yeah. But I would lose my shit if I would like ask for them to do something simple. One girl reminded me on Facebook earlier, like she commented on some post about how I like fucking screamed at kids because I said for a whole week, I'm like, on Friday, just bring a book. Bring a book to read. You're just going to be reading a book in class. That's all I'm asking you to do. And I told them every day, Monday through Thursday, I'm like, I swear to God, Friday, just bring a book. Everything will be great. You'll just read. And then Friday came and like 15 of the 28 kids didn't have books. And it's like a simple thing. I could have just been like, God damn it, and like written them a pass. Go to the library, get a book. But I spent like a good 10 minutes top of my lungs. Like, I asked you to do one fucking thing. Like, you guys don't respect me. You would have brought a fucking book if you gave a shit about anything. And I just completely lost my shit. But the thing that she reminded me of was that she kept the pass that I wrote when I eventually did let them go to the library, because where it says like student's name, I just wrote a bunch of kids I'm pissed at. And like gave that to them to like show the library.
Oh, you literally wrote a bunch of kids I'm pissed at?
Yeah, like who's this pass for? A bunch of kids I'm pissed at. Just like, get the fuck out of here.
That's so funny. Did you ever sit two kids next to each other because you know they had a crush on each other?
No, I would try to.
I just saw a TikTok about that, and I was like curious if teachers did that.
No, that never occurred to me. I for as much as I feel like I knew the kids, I could not comprehend when they were friends or if they or like who was popular or not. Like I had no concept.
You didn't know that who was popular?
No,
Pat Crowley was popular.
I mean, like, so I mean, you could so that makes
Courtney Lawless was popular.
Sure, I mean, when you do like stereotypical like football and cheerleading and stuff, but it just I liked all the kids individually personally, so I'm like, oh, they're all friends.
Yeah, it's like when I look at my son and I can't understand if he's a loser or not.
Oh, let me help you. So what's the craziest thing you've ever seen a teacher say or do, or another student say or do? What's like the thing where you're like, whoa, I can get in trouble for even seeing this?
Oh man, so this is actually when I was a student at Vernon Hills High School.
Yeah.
And I can't say the name of the teacher because this teacher is like too important in the school at this point to be like outed in doing this. But there was one time where when I was a student, this kid was like kind of talking shit to the teacher. He had just won some like wrestling tournament at like 103 pounds or something. He was like a really small kid, but he was a great wrestler. And the teacher was like 200 pounds, like kind of a big, strong dude. And this kid came in talking about his wrestling tournament. He's like, oh, like, you know, I can take anybody. And he looks at the teacher. He's like, I can take you. Like, yeah, I'll wrestle you right now. And the teacher's like, all right, let's do it. And like pushed all the desks out of the way, and everyone's like wide-eyed, like, oh my God, is this gonna? And they fucking wrestled in the middle of the classroom, and the teacher beat the shit out of this kid because he waited till he was like fucking like grown man. It's like you can be the strongest child in the world, and like an adult man will just rip you to shreds.
Wow.
And he just destroyed him. And there was like they had like each other's like drool and shit on their shirts, like because they were really fucking like in there and rolling around. And then afterwards, like they got up, and the teacher's like, none of you can ever say anything about this to anybody. I swear to God, I will lose my job. Oh my God, what did I do? And we were like, we all love this teacher, so we were like, yeah, man, that's cool.
Did you guys keep it a secret, or was it passed around?
It was.
I'm sure it was passed around.
I think it was passed around to like other students who had that teacher, just because like you would not fucking believe what I saw fourth period. But I think other people tried to like keep it under wraps because we didn't want him to get fired.
That's really funny.
Which, I mean, in today's day and age, like he would have been fired in like 5 minutes after class. Like somebody would have had a video and he would have been out the door. And now he's like, he's still there.
Is Miss Young still married?
Yeah, I regret to inform you that she's happily married, 3 children.
Fuck.
I don't think you got a.
And you've asked
I don't
for
think
me
you've got a
or
chance.
no?
I actually. So the
No
last.
way!
I
You asked
swear
for
to
me?
God, dude. The last time I saw her was like.
First of all, hold on. Let me back this up. Miss Young was a teacher I had. She was also an English teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about English, but she was pregnant, and I don't know what it is, but when she was like pregnant, I fell in love with her. I don't know what it was about her having a baby bump or her carrying another human, but I was like, this woman is gorgeous. This is she was glowing. That's what it was. She was
Sure.
like, when you're pregnant, you glow. Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like fucking glowing, and I was like, this woman's fucking
Like
stunning.
a trash barrel.
And I don't know, I was just so into her, and yeah, this was like definitely a teacher. I was like, I really want to get in trouble by her so she can talk to me later. Wait, you told her that I liked her?
I did.
No
Because I swear
way!
to God, because I saw her at like a school musical or like a Orchesis dance or something, like 2 or 3 days after I hung out with you once when you were in Chicago. And it was actually the first time that you told me that you liked her. Like you
No
were like
way.
you had said like that exact same thing. Like, what's up with Miss Young? What's
was like,
she up to?
what's the deal with
And
her?
then when I saw her like a few days later, I was like, yeah, David was asking about you. I said I told him that he didn't have a chance, and she's like, yeah, yep, nope, no chance. Everything's good. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Fuck, so no chance at all?
Yeah, man, she's.
She wasn't like, hey,
no, she didn't like leave any like room in
No
terms of,
breadcrumbs, like,
right.
it was-
It wasn't like, well, things are good now, but maybe in a few years. Like there was nothing like that.
how did she say it though? You got to walk me through it. You
Well,
went,
I-
David used to be interested, and she went, "Pff, no way.
You say used to be interested as if you had a chance when you were a student or something, which
Right,
is just
right,
like a
right,
weird
right,
way. But no, I said I just saw David Dobrik like 3 days ago, and he said like how much he had a crush on you when he was a student. And she was like, oh no way. I was like, yeah, he was like trying to angle me, like seeing if he had a chance, and she's like, no.
Oh, fuck. All
Sorry,
right, well,
buddy.
we'll try. Who knows? We can always
Sure.
check back in a couple of years.
Wait a couple years, yeah.
Is she still teaching?
Yeah.
Who knows? I may go back to teaching. Go back to teaching like I have been teaching. Like I've been a teacher in my past life.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for today's podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Mr. Killinger, for joining us for part of it. You're the best. And Jason, thank you for joining me.
Thanks
I
for,
guess
thanks
I
for
don't
having
know.
me, Dave. It's always fun to be here.
It's whatever. It's
Go
not
watch
like the best.